Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whichever part you are watching from us. So, today I'm live with my special guest, Miss Leena Badre. Hi, how are you?
Hello, Jyoti. Hello, ladies. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
So,
Super
I
excited. This is one of a kind.
yeah, thank you, thank you so much for accepting my invitation,
Pleasure.
and I'm so excited for you. So, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone, to whoever is watching live and replay. My name is Leena Badre, and I live in Dallas, Texas, USA. I'm a mom of two. I was formerly into IT and corporate, and I worked in major healthcare giants in New York, LA, and Dallas for more than 13 years. And now I'm a full time digital entrepreneur and a mentor and a strategist. I'm totally loving it. It's been around 3.5 years that I'm doing this full time. And yeah, super, super excited to talk to you all and see what you all have to ask me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, Carol, have a question. So, Carol, please ask.
So you are in the healthcare industry. So am I. Actually, I was one of the analysts in the healthcare industry too. Um, like you said, being in the corporate world and then, doing the 9 to 5 and stuff. What was your main reason that you choose? I bet being an IT in corporate world, you're making pretty great money and everything, right? So what makes you choose to be a digital business owner?
Right. Good question. So, in our lives, you get to a point where you question yourself, whether what do you want to do. So I was in IT for a long time. I was in corporate training also for a long time. And basically I've been working very early, in my life. From high school in India, I've started working from high school along with my studies to help, myself financially, and also my family a little bit. But when you say that you're also in healthcare, so you understand in USA and especially in North America, there is an act called HIPAA Act, Health Insurance Protection, Portability and Accountability Act, where
Right.
you really cannot leak the information out to anybody. And so when I became a parent, when I became a mom, the whole perspective of everyone changes a bit here and there. No matter how professional you are and how much you love your
Right.
world starts revolving around the little babies you've created. So there was a time where my daughter was not feeling very good, and we had moved from LA to Texas, and she was not getting settled with the air quality here. And I
Right.
was not getting work from home because I was in the medical field.
Okay.
So, because I was denied remote access, of course, because of the
The HIPAA.
confidentiality of
Right.
the yeah, and the HIPAA Act. And not everybody does has that, but I was in a team which was not allowing. So then it made me really think that, hey, I started working for so many years, and just to hear this, and that was a
Right.
Black Friday that I was asking, like after Thanksgiving, and she was really unwell. So it really made me start to think, that I need to do something on my own terms, where I don't have to ask for approvals all the time. As long
Right.
as you are responsible enough to complete the work or the task that's given to you, if you
Right.
are, not in a manager position, or have the work done, if you are
Right.
in a manager position, you can work remote from anywhere. So I then started looking, and I came across this, and it was just the pre-pandemic time. And when I actually started this, it was the kind of, almost a post-pandemic time. And
Right.
I just felt it was the right fit. I could live on my own terms. I can schedule my day the way I want. Also, I love to train and coach, so it was my kind of area of interest.
Right.
Yeah, and then I can just work globally, sitting at my home. This is one of the rooms at my home. So I'm just loving the whole flexibility and the time freedom. I had
Right.
another baby, so I took care of the kids during post pandemic. I had an option to keep them at home and homeschool. The schools that time had an option whether to send or not. I didn't have
Right.
to worry about daycare and stuff like that. So it really, really helped me, and it's helping a lot of parents like me. So yeah, that
Right.
was my original why. Also, one of the other factors you must have heard in the convention was my own health and healing. And I
Right.
needed some stress free time for my own self to heal, because healing happens when you are content with whatever you're doing and you're stress
Right.
free and stuff like that. So it's a blessing. I mean, I can't reveal much about it on a public platform, but it's been a blessing and my life has changed 360 degrees.
Yeah, we all saw that your speech on the convention and stuff is very moving and stuff. So I totally agree with you. That's one of the reason too that I like about this business is the flexibility. So yeah, thank you for your answer.
Thank you, Carol. Nice
Yeah,
talking.
yeah, thank you so much. So I saw that video too with the Jai Ho song. I was so motivated after watching that. When I started this business, I saw that video, so I was like, wow, amazing.
It's wonderful. Thank
So
you so
yeah,
much. I'm still getting notes for that. People who have watched it, and if I interact with somebody, it's so humbling. And
so
if you
so
can
it,
believe
it
the founder of our community, he I had given three choices of songs, and we agreed on that. And I firmly believe in law of attraction. I'm just telling you something very interesting here, if you have another 1 minute. That when we decided on that song, Jai Ho, and I'm a firm believer of law of attraction, and I feel that I'm usually in the flow. Like you get to know the signs whether you're on the right path or not. So the moment me and the founder decided on this song, and I just the very moment, the next moment after this conversation was over, I get a Facebook reminder. You know how the reminders, you get Facebook reminders? I get a Facebook reminder that it's been 1 year and exact same song is playing by the original singer. And I had attended that concert exactly 1 year ago. And just
Oh,
after this conversation with me and the founder, the song starts playing as a reminder. And he is singing live, the one who is the original singer. So it's amazing. And I'm a huge fan of the poet of the song. So I met him in Dallas, but I couldn't utter a word out of respect. I couldn't utter a single word. And
wow.
to be introduced on his song was like, it's beautiful. That was the opening. So yeah, just something fun. I never shared this, something fun I felt like sharing.
Okay, okay, thank you. So my next is Nameline.
Hello, Sis Lina.
Hi,
Thank you very
Namlin.
much for joining us today. And
Pleasure.
here's my question for you.
Yes.
In doing this business, what impact has it had on your life? What gains or benefits are you experiencing from it?
Wow, there's so many, Nembalin. Other than the obvious perks of the business is scalable, the business is profitable, that is the core essence, right? I think it's the flexibility that I have got, right? Because of this one flexibility thing, there's so many more things added to my life. Like I used to go to the gym, at 11 a.m. I could never do that in my corporate like life, right? I could never excuse myself at 11. That's like the peak meeting hour, the endless meetings, right? I started my day like I make hot lunch and snacks for my kids. I send them to school. Then I go for a morning walk. I did my meditation. Now I'm talking to you, wonderful ladies, which I'm loving it so much. And after this, I'm going to talk to my prospects who are ready to explore the business. So it has got, it has given me the time to bring in my passion, my hobbies, things that really I enjoy doing to de-stress, and because of that, it has so much of ripple effects that it has taken care of my health. If I am happy, the family is happy, happy mom, happy life. So, so it has so much of things. But other than all of that, right, I really feel that the community, right, the community is the biggest perk. The kind of people you meet in person, online, the friends you make, I can guarantee no matter which state I go to, I there would be somebody who would be willing to come over and meet me. I can guarantee that, right? When I was new, we all have accountability partners where two people just work together to make sure that you guys are on, we both of them are on track. So she's in Florida. We just visited Florida and my entire family stayed at her house. She insisted, like, no. And then there's so many people who want to meet. Just a few months ago I was in California, and three wonderful women, they drove over an hour to meet me, and I'm like, wow, isn't that amazing? I would do the same for people whom I look up to. If they come, or anybody who comes, I would go and meet them. Just today I got a message, someone from my area, she wants to just meet me to chit chat because she's new in the area, and why not, right? More the merrier. And it's amazing, we have made friends for life. I have a wonderful group of people that I work with, and it's always expanding. I get to, because of the time freedom, I also volunteer a lot for the community, and it just keeps you humble. Each and every story that you hear from the people who are ready to step up the leadership ladder, the humble story keeps you grounded, and then it makes you realize that your struggles are actually not really anything. People romanticize struggle a lot, but people come from such humble backgrounds and they're doing so well. So all of this, right, makes your life more wholesome. All of these experiences, having just profit is just one slice of the whole pie, right? So overall, it's just been a blessing.
Wow, that's so wonderful. Meeting new is people, strangers, and then become family.
Yeah.
And congratulations for living the dream life.
Thank you, Nemlin. Thank you. I wish you the same.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. So, Mavic, have a question too. So, Mavic, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, Coach Lena. Thank you so much for having us and giving us your thoughts and knowledge about the business. It's so really humbling to have you. So my question is, what has been the biggest challenge you've faced in scaling your business, and how did you address it?
Hmm. Well, see, this is not like a short-term business, right, Mavic? You know that it's a business for life. As long as you or anyone wants to do it, this business is for that duration, right? So, what is the main challenge that people have? It's the level of interest you maintain, right? I'm not saying it's a challenge for me. I'm I'm okay that way. I'm a yogini, so discipline is the number one aspect of my life. Like, I don't even have a cup of tea without sitting on the mat for 21 minutes. So it starts from there, it's like basic. So, but mostly the challenge is to maintain consistency, what I have seen. And it's not only about you, but it's also about the people that you are associated with. Everyone's interest needs to be consistent, because though we are all individual business owner, we grow as a community, we grow as a team, right? So that has been like a challenge, and I try my best. And the only way, like, this is not a corporate world also, where you say and then the task needs to be done. It's not. We are all independent risk takers, we're all independent business owners. The only way you can have consistency through your from your people and from yourself is to keep going, to keep inspiring, right? That's the only way you can actually keep going. Sometimes, with the things happening in your life, like for the first 1.5 year, I was just dealing with my own things and own health issues and stuff like that. And then you have your babies and you have your own life, and life happens, and you plan a certain thing, and then your kid is like not feeling the best, and as a mom you have to reprioritize, because nothing is rigid, nothing is
Right.
set on stone, right? So to reprioritize everything that's more valuable to you sometimes is an overlap, and that can be challenging at times. But people understand if you have something personal going on. That is the biggest blessing, right? And because we're all in the same boat, aren't we? We all have family, we all are doing this, we all have traditional businesses or other jobs or other commitments, but we're all trying to adjust, like, like how we all agreed to be here at the same time. If any one of us had any emergency, we would have understood, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
it's a challenge, but I'm also saying that the challenge also comes with a blessing, that people understand if you are having a challenge. But to maintain the consistency is a challenge that every individual has in any field, but also in this. Yeah. So just keep going is what I do to answer your second question, Mavi. Just to keep going, just to be consistent. I always believe that consistency is better than intensity. Intensity is like where you just have a flame of fire. I'm going to do this, you know. I always tell that in that whatever you're supposed to do every day, every single day, like a candle, keep burning, and even that would
Oh,
spread the light, right?
thank you so much. That's a very an awesome because all of us facing any challenges in any business of any kind, right? So you are so right that the consistency is the key.
Yes.
Consistency is better than perfection. So it always goes with whatever situation we have in our lives, in our daily lives, right? But just keep going. So thank you so much. That's a very great advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mavic. Pleasure, pleasure.
So yeah. Yeah, consistency is the key of success. So keep going, keep growing.
Yes. And keep pushing.
Yeah. So next is Sivang. Can you unmute yourself?
Good morning, everyone. Hello, Coach Leena.
Hi, Shivan.
Thank you for your time. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to
My name is Siêu Hến. I'm originally from Cambodia, and now I'm living in Ohio, USA. And my question for you today is, what is the most difficult thing in this business to help people success, and how can you help people come out of their comfort zone?
Yeah, it's an overlapping question. Challenges are difficulties if you believe they are difficult, but the difficulty is to get people out of their comfort zone, honestly, right? Or even me for that matter. So, what can be done is, as leaders in the community, you can have a lot of things going on. And again, I'll reiterate myself that you really cannot make anybody do anything because this is not a corporate world, right? It needs to come from within, right? So it's difficult for some people to stay motivated. And the only reason some people, I won't say failure, but they give up is because of this difficulty, because they aren't motivated enough to keep trying. This is not a get rich quick scheme, or it's not like you're going to get rich tomorrow, it's going to work for you, like, just within a day. You need to keep testing of what path is best for you, and that is the most difficult thing, is to stay motivated enough to keep going. And for people to get out of comfort zone, at least I am blessed to be in, to have, like, my mentors, like my coaches. They often do some challenges, like, say for example, go live challenge. And my entire, I don't know if you have seen, like, I have a go live series on my page. It's called Give a High Five. It started with me taking part in a challenge, go live challenge. And though I was a social butterfly, which means that I was okay to post my pictures, my family pictures on social media, I was never live. I never was real time. People try to check in. I'm checked in here. I never put real time anything because I just enjoy the moment. And when it's done, I post it later. So I was never live. So I took part in a challenge like that. And I went live, and I realized I like it, and then the entire series started. And now my series have reached many, many episodes, and people from all backgrounds, and uh, all demographics, and all ages, all cultures, uh, all professions. They're all featured already in my series. And I like talking to people, just like how liking to talk to you. I'm sorry. So, taking part in such meaningful challenges, which helps us to get out of your comfort zone. There's so many leaders in the community who are forming, like, a certain, like, helping each other kind of a group, where you can avail that. Every week we have live trainings where the founders are present themselves. They don't have to, but they are so involved in the growth of the community that they are always there. And every Wednesday we get to learn so many things. Now the easy part is to sit and learn. What is the difficult part? To implement, right? So as long as we all understand that learning is not the end of it, that's the 50%. You will only succeed when you implement those learnings, right? And sometimes people procrastinate because the value position is not like, people do it as a side hustle, but when they say side hustle, it's really on the back burner, like it's a weekend kind of a hobby thing. So then when that happens, it's difficult. When you give it your whole intention, your whole energy, and you really want to make it work, even though it's a side hustle, even though we have our job, we will find 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour every day, instead of scrolling, to do certain things. So the difficulty, the challenges, and the solution all is within us. We just have to just reprioritize what we want to do and what results are we expecting. And if we are expecting a certain results, are the actions matching it? So it's all in the mindset. The difficulties are in the mindset. It's really, we are blessed to have the entire comprehensive training. We have the support, we have the community, we have all access to this wonderful automation proven system. So what can get more difficult? The difficulty lies within our, whether it's a pain or a pleasure. Like you guys are doing live, right? Is it a pain or a pleasure to you? It's a pleasure to you. But for many people it's a pain, because hey, I need to get ready, I need to get out of the comfort zone. What if I go wrong? What if, then the difficulty is for one where the pleasure is for the other, right? So I think it's all in the mind. So as long as you can train your mind, you can just very easily come over. And I'm very giving very generic statement. How do I do it for the team? I just try to keep doing my own things, hoping that people get inspired, because that's the only way you can get things done. Thank you for your question, Shivan.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach. Thank you for your answer.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lina. So I have a question too. So a
Go
lot
for
of people ask me that can this business become as a full-time income resources for my family?
it. You have an example right here. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not.
that's why I'm asking you.
Well, I started it not knowing that I would do this full time. I was on a career break, and because of my health reasons, my husband was traveling to London every other week. I had a child under 2, and I was finding it very difficult to leave that child in daycare for 9 hours and then going to my work. And I just thought, okay, let me just try something else. And when I saw the potential of this business, it is so amazing. So I'm doing this full time. Like I never close a door. Like I would not say that I would never go back to IT, because you never know what, how life is going to be ahead. So for now, I'm happy and content, because it's not only about, for some people, it's only about the income. So that comes over a period of time. For some people, it's about wholesome life. Like if you see any of my posts in the community, it revolves around wholesome success. So you need to have everything to have like a well balanced life, right? So I have my time. I have some diet restrictions, so I need some extra time to make stuff for myself. So I make sure that I have that time. I have time to take care of my wellness. I have a decent income, though I'm not one of the, like, I don't claim myself as one of the top earners, right? But am I happy? Yes, I'm happy. I'm very content. Okay. Am I willing to trade in, go back to do work for 9 hours for a fixed amount of salary? I don't think so. But am I shutting off the door? No. Right. So there are so many people who are able to quit their jobs, government jobs, federal jobs. We have maximum nurses, we have doctors, traditional business owners, IT people, ITs. There's so many of them. Even me, right? I was into IT. My coach was in IT. So many of them are able to reduce hours. They're able to quit their jobs, and that happens when you have a steady result. Some people are very calculative that way. Some people are not like me. So yeah, so yeah, you can do it as a full time. But if you have an existing job, it's encouraged to continue doing that and then do this business and see how it goes. And when you are comfortable, when you have a pattern of income results, you can take your decision accordingly. It's up to you. People who are doing so well, they are still continuing with their jobs, but sooner and later they realize that if they utilize that 8 hours in grooming, the entire community and their own, your own self, your people, you can make like so many times much more. So that's the reason people quit. And it's also the freedom that comes along with it, like they get to travel with family. A lot of them are empty nesters, like no school going kids, right? So so many things, the avenues just open up when you just focus on the entrepreneurship. But yeah, it's individual decision. But yes, there are so many people who are doing it full time and doing it really well. And the potential of this business is amazing. The commission structure is one of a kind, that it's patented. So if you want to know, if the audience wants to know about it, reach out to the individual ladies, whoever's page you're following. If you're following me, you can reach out to me, know more about it. You'll get to know 200% information in the step 2. Know why so many people are doing it, because we are all, mostly hopefully all of us are parents, all of us are professionals. Why are we doing this? There should be a good reason for all of us in this.
Yeah, so all moms have, I mean, main why is their kids.
Yeah.
For their kids, they want to do something online,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, Miss Sheila, ask.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, all those information that we talk about, they're amazing. You are correct. Like a success is different from every person. Those people who are working on this business or doing this business, they have other reason, not just the financial reason. The
Yes.
time freedom, that's the most, for me, that's the most important thing. Although I'm still working and I'm working full time and I managed to do this work, but I'm looking forward to the time that I'll be doing this full time so I can really enjoy my time. But anyway, we have so many people around us. I mean, in the community that are very successful, and we know that this really works. This really works for everyone, whatever your career, no education whatsoever. But if you work on it, it will work. I mean, if you do your part, it will work for sure. But there are so many people who are seeing this and watching us on the sidelines and still wondering if this is true. Those skeptical people who sees all the results, the positive results, everything that's happening to us, but still they're thinking, is this for me? So what can you say to those people who are really just on the sideline, waiting, skeptical, watching all the people and most of the business partners who are succeeding, but still just watching, not doing their move or first move?
It's a good question, Sheila. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to be skeptical, right? Because I always say that it's okay to be skeptical. Why? Because we all humans, we are thinking animals, right? People who just jump in without knowing anything are actually the ones who fade off very quickly. People who ask good questions and know what they're getting into, they're the ones who actually turn into good entrepreneurs, right? It's good to know. It's good to know. It's good to ask good questions. And you know what's the best part? That we're all real people. So you ask us and you will get the answers from us, from anyone who is reaching out to, all of y'all. So the steps are, so there are certain ways to come over the skepticism. First is you watch the complimentary webinar. Okay, we have a 90-minute webinar or we have a 21-minute webinar. Watch both; they're both amazing. It's just by giving your name and your email to any of the websites that you're following, any of the pages. Okay, if you resonate with what you see on the webinar, you move to step 2. Now, this is the step that this community gives to come over the skepticism. Okay, make use of it. You're not going to lose anything. Okay, the moment you come to step 2, you get 100% of the information, because some of it is confidential. Come on, tomorrow you want to open a Starbucks or a Tim Hortons franchisee, you go to the corporate office and you say, "Hey, I want to open a franchisee." They won't say, "Oh, come on, let's sit, let's see all the information." They'll first do a background check on you, right?
Yeah.
This is not even a background check, but at least some seriousness that, okay, you are really interested in knowing. And then you'll get a series of information or videos to watch. Just watch it, see the community. You'll be invited to join the community, see the success story with proof. You'll be surprised to see your neighbors. Sometimes people even find their family members already doing this business, right? Friends or someone, people from your neighborhood. So see everything, see, and then just see what you feel, and then go by what you feel. Nobody here is going to convince you to do this, because eventually you have to do this business, right? Nobody's going to push you to do this is the best part. No upselling, it's a marketing business. So see everything, see if you like it, and then you ask your even better questions, right? And then you make your informed decision if you are like happy with everything and you feel that you should give it a try, or you're convinced that you can do this. If you don't like what you see, which is, it's not meant for everyone, you can always take your 100% refund. So there's nothing to lose, right? So yeah, this is the best way to come over skepticism, is to know everything firsthand. You can do your research, but just know the authenticity of the article is proper, and ask us questions and see why we are so doing it, and see our success stories. And we'd be eager to welcome you in the community. So give
Thank
it,
you
give it
so
a
much.
try.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. Yeah, it's so true. Ignorance sometimes really keep you from doing something. So skepticism really comes in because you don't know. You don't know. Once you know more about it, maybe you won't know 100%, but at least you know something about it and you've researched, then it'll give you a chance, to be more open to it and try it. So thank you so much. Amazing, amazing answer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lena, for coming live with us. And thank you so much, my followers, for watching us. And if you are a mom and working woman and you really want to do an online business, so come connect with us and we will love to help you to set up your own online business. So if you have any other question or anything, please comment down below. We will love to answer your all questions. And once again, thank you so much,
Thank
Lena.
you,
You,
Preeti.
yeah.
Thanks for
We-
waiting for me. I could not come live last month, as you know.
no, it's
Um,
okay. It's okay. I
Yeah,
can understand.
because I
Yeah.
usually take it easy during my favorite festival, but she has been patient enough to coordinate with me. So thank you so much. It was
Yeah.
more fun than I expected it to be, honestly. It was fun to be questioned by so many at once at one session, but I enjoyed talking with you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you and in the next gathering, hopefully,
Okay.
in
Thank
person.
you. Bye.
Bye
Have
bye.
a great
Thanks a lot for
weekend.
watching.